Hello guys, myself your friend Naveen Quadras, and today we are going to learn a poem. The name of the poem is A Night Mail, which is written by W.H. Auden. Who is W.H. Auden? W.H. Auden, who was born in England, he wrote this poem in the year 1935. So what does the night mail mean? Night mail is a train which cross the border between England and Scotland, and it is not a passenger train, it is a train which carries a mail. This lesson is more applicable for a past where there is no internet as well as Android facilities were there. But nowadays we can pass the information very shortly with the help of messages, with the help of email, etc. But in the past they had only one instrument to pass the messages, is writing a letter. That's the reason this particular lesson is applicable up past, but now we can get some of the message in this lesson, okay, which is applicable in our life. Now I will read this lesson. First I will read 4 or 6 lines, then I will give a detailed explanation what this particular line or particular lesson says, how it is applicable in our life. This lesson follows a figure of speech, especially it follows the figure of speech, a personification. Why? Because here a human quality, the quality of a human person are given to a train, a mail train which carries the letter. Now I'll start to read. Just pay attention. If you have a book, please open page 21. This is the night mail crossing the border, bringing the check and the postal order. Letters for the rich, letters for the poor, the shop at the corner, and the girl next door. So first line, this is a night mail. Night mail means the mail which goes at night, because it has to take the letters, it has to pass the information from one corner to another corner. Crossing the border, I said before, it crossed the border between England and Scotland, bringing the check and the postal order. It says the train a night mail which it takes the check and postal order or some bill to one place to other places. Letters for the rich and letters for the poor, means both, even the poor people also, rich people also. It gives a letters to the people. The shop at the corner and the girl next door, means whom this particular line says, whom this night mail, a train takes letter. First it takes a letter to the rich, then it takes letter to the poor, then the shop at the corner, means some corner, some shops they have, for them also it gives some letter, as well as a girl next door, means our neighbor, for them also it takes letter, means we can tell in one sentence, it takes letter to all, okay, it reaches a letter to all the people. Pulling up, I will read 4 lines over. 5th line, pulling up beat of a steady climb, the gradients against her, but she is on time. Here it says that the difficulty which the particular train, the night mail faces, are pulling a beatok, means towards a beatok. It is one type of city or village. Towards this particular area, the train goes a steady climb. Though the road is little what we call ascending order, but train always goes. It doesn't stop. Okay, it always steadily it moves ahead. The gradient against her, but she is on time. Okay, there are many up and down comes the road. Sometimes the road is inclined road, means the train has to go up. Okay, yet the train reaches on time. Past cotton grass and moorland boulder, shoveling white steam over its shoulder, shouting noisily as she passes, silent miles of wind-bent grasses. What it says? Past cotton grass and moorland boulder. What is past cotton grass? In Hindi we say the kheti, we say, no, where we cultivate some crops. Okay, that area is called past cotton grass. Grass means we know, okay, one kind of keti, one kind of agricultural land. And moorland means in Hindi we say marubhumi, a desert. Boulder means a very large rock, a rocky place, a rocky ground. Showering while steam over a shoulder. Okay, showering while steam means when the train goes, because these are olden time train, when it goes, the one type of steam it comes. So because it is a cold train, so one kind of steam it comes when the train goes over its shoulder. Because I said the human qualities which given to a things here, it showed means it produces one kind of steam. Okay, in Hindi we can say dua. Over a shoulder, snorting noisily as she passes. Snorting noisily means when the train goes ahead, it makes some noise. Is it? It makes some noise. Nowadays also the train has its own noise, but in the past it is a coal train. Therefore, it had a much noises. It used to make a noise. Silent miles of wind-brent grasses. What does it mean? It means when the train moves ahead, because of its wind, the grasses was getting bent. If near the track, if there are some grasses, are there some big grasses, it was getting bent because of the wind. Okay, this is about the first paragraph. I explained first paragraph how the train called Night Mail started its journey. Now let us go to a second paragraph. First I will read, just to pay attention. Birds turn their heads as she approaches, stare from the bushes at her blank-faced coaches. Sheepdog cannot turn her course. They slumber on with paws across. In the farm she passes, no one wakes, but the jug in the bedroom gently shakes. Okay, here there is one figure of speech is there, that is called paradox. I will tell where it comes. Now, first line, birds turn their heads as she approaches. Okay, as the train goes at night, the birds, it may be a morning or it may be night, birds just sees. Okay, they turn their head and they sees this train, a night mail train. Stare from the bushes at her. At her means her is a train. Okay, the birds are staring at the train. Blank-faced coaches means it is not a passenger train, empty train. It carries only the mail. Sheepdogs cannot turn a course. Sheepdog means the dogs which take care of a sheep. Okay, in the past there are some dogs over there. The dogs used to take care of a sheep, but when some noise comes, automatically these dogs they will begin to bark. But here dog knows that if they bark also, the train doesn't keep quiet, it goes in its way. That's the reason it is written, sheepdog cannot turn a course, they slumber on with paws across. Slumber means they continue their slumber, means they will not bother. Okay, dog doesn't bother, they continue to sleep. With the paws across means they keep their paws on. Okay, near only, paws across. Okay, they just continue to sleep, they never bother about this train. In the farm she passes, no one wakes. Okay, now near the farm, near the, in Hindi we say, no, near the keti or near the what we call, wherever there is wherever there are tracks are there, train tracks are there, train passes, there are some houses might be there, but they never bother. Okay, no one wakes up, though it makes lot of noise, but they are already casual for them, as usual. Every day the train passes, that's the reason they never bother. But the jug in the bedroom gently shakes. See, it is a paradox. Though nobody was responsive, even the dog also doesn't respond. People also continue to speak, continue to sleep. Only the birds are looking at this. Only they look at this train. But there is one small thing which gives some response. That is a jug. Okay, jug means what? Whenever we sleep at night, we keep some water, is it, near our bed. Otherwise, if we want water, we can't get up and go to the kitchen and drink water. Sometimes it takes lot of time. That's the reason we will keep one jug near on our, or in near wherever we sleep. but there was some water in that jug. It gives some response, means it shakes. It may be because of some kind of maybe when train goes, it has lot of noise, it makes lot of noise, so there is some vibration in the air, so that's the reason the water sometimes it gets shake. That's only the message it is there. Okay, that is only called paradox. So nobody bother, only the water which makes some sense. Is it clear? Okay, two paragraphs are over. Now let us go to a third paragraph. Let us see what this third paragraph says. Down Patience, the climb is done. Down towards Glasgow she descends. Towards the steam tugs, yelping down the glade of cranes. Towards the fields of apparatus, the furnaces. Set on the dark plain like gigantic chessmen, all Scotland waits for her. Now first line, down pressures means now our time is over. The climb is down, so train has reached any particular place. The climb is it has already climbed a huge area. It might have climbed maybe the particular place, maybe Scotland. There may be some climbing road is there. It climbed. It has done lot of its journey, and it looks very fresh. Okay, it completed its journey. Now down towards Glasgow she descends. So now it is climbed. Now it is go towards Glasgow. Okay, wherever there is incline road is there, so after incline automatically that there may be some decline road, means the descending order road, that is only called down towards Glasgow she descends. Now it is goes towards Glasgow. The road is not inclined, the road is like descends towards the steam tug. Steam tugs means what? Steam tug means the place where boats, we say no boats, they stop there. On that area the train passes. Helping down means making a noise, आवाज करते हुए, हिंदी भी से no आवाज करते हुए it passes. The glade of cranes, cranes means some cranes may be standing near on that particular place also the train passes. Towards the field of apparatus, the furnaces. Towards the field of apparatus means it is an industrial area. Though it is an industrial area, there may be many machines, upakaran we say no, upkarano, and furnaces set on the dark plain like a gigantic chessman. Furnaces means one kind of chimney. If there are many companies are there, on upon the companies there are some what we call some steams goes. So although the particular the area, a particular city, it may be an industrial area, it looks like gigantic means gigantic. Okay, the pronunciation is gigantic means a vishal we say no. Chessman means we know chessman, chess what we call a vishal chessman, it looks like that. All Scotland wait for her. Whom the Scotland wait? The particular train called which is night mail. In the dark glens beside the pale green sea lags, men long for news. In the dark glens means in Hindi we say no andheri gattiya. That is one kind of place where always darkness. It might have covered with many forests or maybe many mountains or such a places. And beside the pale green sea logs means what we call near the sea, lakes, near the sea area. Men long for news. All are longing. All wanted to listen a news from their people. Okay, all the places peoples are waiting to get some news from their loved one. Okay, from their close one. Now let me continue the next paragraph. Now the next paragraph says what type of letters this a night mail takes. Let us see. Letters for thanks, letters from banks, letters of joy from the girl and the boy, receipted bills and invitations to inspect new stock or visit relations, and applications for situation, and timid lovers' declarations, and gossip from all the nations, news circumstantial, news financial, letters with holidays, snaps to enlarge in, letters with faces scrawled in the margin, letters from uncles, cousins, and aunts, Letters to Scotland from the south of France. Letters of condolence to island and lowland. Notes from overseas to brides. Written on paper of every hue. The pink, the violet, the white and the blue. The chatty, catty and boring and adoring. The cold and official and the hearts all pouring. Clever, stupid, short and long. The typed and the printed and the spelt all wrong. Okay, what types of letters they are? First one, letter of thanks, Thanksgiving letter. Letters from banks, from the banks there are some letters. Letters of joy from the girl and the boy, one type of romantic letter which is written by their boy or boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever it may be. Receipted bill and invitation, letter of bill, some type of bills are there. Invitation, it may be marriage invitation or some communion invitation or whatever invitation may be. To inspect a new stock or visit relation. Okay, to inspect a new stock means they may be opening a new stock, means a new, they might have started some business, so one type of invitation it is. And visit relations, visit relation means the letters which is written by a relatives. Okay, and applications for situation is one kind of application, it may be a job application or whatever application it may be. And timid lovers declaration, timid lover means some kind of fearful lover, darpok we say, no, their declaration means out of fear they are writing some letters. And gossip from all the nation means news, what is happening some other countries, especially in England, in Scotland, in Iraq, as well as in Europe. That time the war was going on. It is a time where second world war was going on. So one kind of gossip, what is happening in their country, how the particular war affecting in their situation. This type of letters. News financial means regarding a finance, regarding a money related. Letters with holiday snaps to enlarge in, means holiday snaps means some kind of a photograph holiday, means how they were enjoying their holidays, means whether their relatives or their friend, they may be in holidays, in that time they might have clicked some photos, the all photos, a big size of photo they might have sent in that particular envelope. Letters with holiday snaps and enlarge in, means a big photograph. Okay, enlarge photograph, because that time, now you will get a small, no, small photos you will get, but that time the big photos they used to click. Letters with the faces scrawled in the margin means the faces. Okay, some people have habit of drawing other faces. No, some people are very excellent in that, drawing with the pencil or with some color pencil or so whatever, maybe they use the material and they will draw the faces. Such type of letters were there. Then what letters? Letters from uncles, cousins and aunts. Aunts means chacha, chachera, because in English we will say uncle and aunt for all the relatives. So that's the reason it is written cousin, aunts. Letters to Scotland from the south of France. Okay, where letter from Scotland, from the France. The letter goes from France to Scotland, south of France. Letters of condolence of island and lowland, one kind of condolence means sahanubhuti, means what we call, a person is in some pain, giving some condolence means what we say in Hindi we will say sahanubhuti, showing some sahanubhuti for a people. On all type of people. Island means the people which are living in high villages, maybe city side. Lowland means the people who are living near the lake, etc. One kind of condolence for them, condolence. Okay, notes from overseas and abroad. Okay, notes from overseas to abroad. Overseas means what? Overseas means area near the seashore, no? Yeah, that area is called overseas. And abroad means there may be a small town, it is a name of a small island or whatever it may be. Written on paper of every you means ink we say, no, rang. Yeah, the letters which are written on paper with all the there may be many, they might have used many ink. Let us see what all inks they have used. The pink, the violet, the white and the blue. Okay, this type of color they have used. Pink, mostly girls like pink color, is it? Yeah. A chatty and chatty. Chatty means a chattering. Mostly women, they most of the time they chat each other. Means they are asking how are you, what are you doing. This type of letters. Catty means one kind of shaitani letter. We say no, burai karna means speaking something ill about others. This type of letters are called catty letters. Boring letter, boring. Means some people are telling about their stories or their past life. This type of letters are boring. Adoring means तारीफ करना, especially when a boy and any boy write a letter to a girl, or any girl write a letter to their partner, it is adoring letter, they are praising something, is it? The cold means it is just like a boring letter, there is no feeling in that. And official means some useful letter, okay, some needed letter, they it might convey some basic information regarding any matter, okay, particular matter. And a heart outpouring means written from the heart. When you read that letter, one kind of feeling, it is affecting letters, okay. Heart overpouring. Clever letter. Stupid nonsense letter. Short, some letters are very short but sweet, some letters are very long, they might have written some long letter explaining everything. The typed and the printed and the spelled all wrong. Some typed letters. That time there was some typewriters were there. The letters were typed, and some letters were printed. Printing letter. That time we don't know whether printing press was there or what. But if they have typed means automatically they might have taken the print, and they spelt all wrong, some wrong spelling. Some village people, they may be little poor in English or any particular language, that's the reason they might have done lot of spelling mistake, but it doesn't matter, okay. The main purpose of writing a letter to convey the message, they don't bother whether it is boring or whatever it may be. Is it clear? Okay, this particular paragraph said what type of letter. This particular means the train, the name of the train is night mail, which carries this type of letter. All types of letter they are mentioned here, okay. Yeah, now let us see a last paragraph. Let us see what this last paragraph says. First I'll read and pay attention. Thousands are still asleep, dreaming of terrifying monster, or of friendly tea beside the band at Kingston, or Crowforce. Asleep in working Glasgow, asleep in well set Edinburgh, asleep in granite Aberdeen. They continue their dreams, and shall wake soon and long for letters, and none will hear the postman knock without a questioning of heart, for who can bear to feel himself forgotten? Okay, it ends with the question mark. Let us see what this particular paragraph says. Now first thousands are still asleep, because I said it is a nightmare. It carries a letter at night. That's the reason people are sleeping nicely at night. Dreaming of terrifying monster. Means they are dreaming at night. No, all dream at night. Some people dreams like monster, some terrifying dream. They might have watched some movies, some ghost movies. That's the reason if you watch a ghost movie, automatically we will get a terrifying dream. Or a friendly tea beside the band at Crichton or Crowforce. Okay, this Crichton and Crowforce, the particular maybe place's name. A friendly tea means there people are drinking a tea in that particular place. But nowadays all busy with their Android and they were enjoying. But that time the people used to come together, they used to gather in particular places, and they used to drink a tea. That's the reason it is written a friendly tea. They used to drink a friendly tea. That type of dream they are dreaming. You see, they are always enjoying with the people. That's the reason they get a good dream. Continue. Asleep in working Glasgow, asleep in well set Edinburgh. People are sleeping in the Glasgow, the particular a place name Glasgow. People are sleeping. Okay, asleep in working Glasgow, the particular industrial area. It may be okay. Working Glasgow means that may be a good area that people are sleeping because it is a night time. Asleep in well set Edinburgh, Edinburgh. There are also people sleeping. Edinburgh also one particular what we call it is a name of a particular city. There also people were busy in sleeping. Asleep in Grantia Aberdeen. Asleep in Granite Aberdeen. Okay. Asleep in Granite Aberdeen. In the Granite Aberdeen also a particular place. There also people are sleeping because all around the world the people are sleeping because that time there is no much light at night. Okay, nowadays there is night life is there. That time there is no night life because lights are not much developed that time. So people mostly usually they used to sleep at night in all over the world. They continue their dreams. Okay, the train comes, train takes its letter, train does its work, but people are continue, they are busy in their sleeping mood, they are busy in their dream. And shall woke soon and long for later. Okay, now within few time they will wake up in the morning. Okay, morning they will wake up and long their letter. Means as they long their letter, means they to have desire to get this letter. They are also waiting for a letter every day. Is it they are thinking? But nowadays we wait for mobile. Means we see the message, we see the call. But that time they used to wait for a letter. And none will hear the postman knock without a quickening of the heart. Okay, this both line we have to read together. And none will hear the postman knock without a quickening of the heart. When the postman knock at the door, there is not even one person who pay attention. Okay, they get one kind of what you call one kind of desire to know what type of lesson, what type of letter it is. That's the reason it is written without quickening of the heart. The moment when they get the letter, their heartbeat will increases because they are longing to read this letter. Okay, that's the reason this particular two lines they have written. For who can bear to feel himself forgotten? For who can bear to feel himself forgotten? Means all want that somebody must be remember him. Okay, that's the reason they are writing a letter. Though the people are working in very far places, why they are writing letter? Because they wish that their people must remember them. Is it? Especially those whom they love too much. Is it? For example, if partners are there, husband and wife is there. Husband stays very far country, so definitely he wishes that his wife or his partner must be remember him. That's the reason he is sending money, he is making nowadays they make phone call, but in past they used to write a letter. So all wishes that they must be remembered by something. Nobody like to be alone. Is it? Nobody like to be alone. That one only the message this particular chapter conveys. So what all message we will get? First, a night mail which is very particular. Okay, which is very particular in its work. Okay, in its work very particular, though it undergoes very difficulties because the road is very difficult road. It goes different situation, different villages. The train goes different villages. It may be an industrial area, it may be a desert area, yet it always reaches on time and it does its work. Okay, it does its work and it takes all types of letter, all type of letter it takes, and it goes its goal. It goes towards its goal. But people who are busy in their sleeping, but because it is a night mail, so but they wishes, people are very much eager to get a postman knock because all want that someone might be remember to them. That is only the summary of this lesson. Okay, is it clear? Thank you friends. If you have any doubt, you can ask me at any time or you can comment on the comment section. Okay, if you like, you can subscribe my channel. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.